Caitlin, I said. What were you talking about? Right, you and Augustus Waters. Maybe are you gay? I don't think so. I mean, I definitely like him. Does he have ugly hands? Sometimes beautiful people have ugly hands. No, he has kind of amazing hands. Hmm, she said. Hmm, I said. After a second, Caitlin said, remember Derek? He broke up with me last week because he decided there was something fundamentally incompatible about us deep down and that we'd only get hurt more if we played it out. He called it preemptive dumping. So maybe you have this premonition that there is something fundamentally incompatible and you're preempting preempting the preemption. I said. I'm just thinking out loud here. Sorry about Derek. Oh, I got over it, darling. It took me a sleeve of Girl Scout thin mints and 40 minutes to get over that boy. I laughed. Well, thanks, Caitlin. In the event you'd hook up with him, hook up with him, I expect lascivious details. But of course, I said, and then Caitlin made a kissy sound into the phone, and I said, bye, and she hung up. I realized while listening to Caitlin that I didn't have a premonition of hurting him. I had a postmonition. I pulled out my laptop and looked up Caroline Mathers. The physical similarities were striking. Same steroidally around face, same nose, same approximate overall body shape, but her eyes were dark brown, mine are green, and her complexion was much darker, Italian or something. Thousands of people, literally thousands, had left condolence messages for her. It was an endlessly scroll of people who missed her. So many that it took me an hour of clicking to get past the I'm sorry you're dead wall post to the I'm praying for you wall post. She died a year ago of brain cancer. I was able to click through to some of her pictures. Augustus was in a bunch of the earlier ones, pointing with a thumbs up to the jagged scar across her bald skull, arm in arm at Memorial Hospital's playground, with their backs facing the camera, kissing while Caroline held the camera out, so you could only see their noses and closed eyes. The most recent pictures were all of her before, when she was healthy, uploaded post-mortem by friends. A beautiful girl, wide-hipped and curvy with long, straight death-black hair falling over her face. My healthy self looked very little like her healthy self, but our cancer selves might have been sisters. No wonder he stared at me the first time he saw me. I kept clicking back to this one wall post, written 2 months ago, 9 months after she died, by one of her friends. We all miss you so much. It just never ends. It feels like we are all wounded in your battle. Caroline, I miss you. I love you. After a while, Mom and Dad announced it was time for dinner. I shut down the computer and got up, but I couldn't get the wall post out of my mind, and for some reason it made me nervous and unhungry. I kept thinking about my shoulder, which hurt, and also I still had the headache, but maybe only because I'd been thinking about a girl who died of brain cancer. I kept telling myself to compartmentalize, to be here now with a circular table, arguably too large in diameter for 3 people, and definitely too large for 2. With this soggy broccoli and a black bean burger that all the ketchup in the world could not adequately moisten. I told myself that imagining a mat in my brain or my shoulder would not affect the invisible reality going on inside of me, and that therefore all such thoughts were wasted moments in a life composed of definitionally finite set of such moments. I even tried to tell myself to live my best life today. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out why something a stranger had written on the internet to a different and deceased stranger was bothering me so much and making me worry that there was something inside my brain, which really did hurt. Although I knew from years of experience that pain is a blunt and non-specific di- diagnostic instrument, because there had not been an earthquake in Papua New Guinea that day. My parents were all hyper focused on me, and so I could not hide this flash flood on anxiety. Is everything all right? Asked Mom as I ate. Uh-huh, I said. I took a bite of burger, swallowed. Tried to say something that a normal person whose brain was not drowning in panic would say. Is there broccoli in the burgers? A little, Dad said. Pretty exciting that you might go to Amsterdam. Yeah, I said. I tried not to think about the word wounded, which of course is a way of thinking about it. Hazel, Mom said. Where are you right now? Just thinking, I guess, I said. Twitter paid it. My dad said, smiling. I am not a bunny, and I am not in love with Gus Waters or anyone. I answered, way too defensively, wounded. Like Caroline Mathers had been a bomb, and when she blew up, everyone around her was left with embedded shrapnel. Dad asked me if I was working on anything over school. I've got some very advanced algebra homework. I told him, so advanced that I couldn't possibly explain it to a lay person.